All right, so Rebecca, so over to you. Rebecca, like I said, she's going to be wearing her tuxedo t-shirt tomorrow. I can't wait to see that. So Rebecca, right now, what is one of the biggest challenges that you face in your business?
My biggest challenge is getting myself out there and being sorry, my dog is crazy, but I mean, throwing myself out there, like at open houses, I'm actually not very shy. I'm really good with people, but I noticed that at open houses, I kind of like get the nerves, and I'm just kind of, I need to be a little bit more assertive and be like, hey guys, how are you? When Christina's around, I see her energy, and it's just so contagious. And I'm just like, oh my God, I need to get myself there and get comfortable with people I don't know. Like, forget about people, like, just being comfortable with your sphere and people that you do know. So I just need to be comfortable with not being comfortable and just talk to people and get to know them, just be really interested, and not in a creepy way, obviously, because I tried at different levels and I was like, okay, that wasn't really me, so yeah, I think that's one of the main challenges, is really being comfortable with knowing that I'm a professional, and that I do know my shit, and I just need to be comfortable with it and come across that way and communicate it effectively.
Yeah. Because I don't know if you guys have, most of us have met Rebecca in person. You have a really contagious energy. You're spunky, you're vivacious. You're like, hey, how are you? It's just like always this warm spirit. So what do you think the disconnect is? Like, what happens when you are in a room, when you go into an open house? Like, what happens mentally? I kind of want to know and see if we can talk through this. Like, what happens?
I freeze. I don't know what the hell. Like, I'll even tell myself, like, Rebecca, like, and I started to do, I'm like incorporating the login sheet, so that way I can say, instead of feeling uncomfortable, like kind of gauge them, after they sign in. I'm like, okay, awesome, how are you? Then I try to get more familiar with the house, so that way I'm like, okay, it's here, he's here, so I feel, comfortable with with the house. And then secondly comes in the personal talking. And I don't know. I always feel like I kind of feel like especially because it's older people, like, not, I don't know. I don't feel like they couldn't think I'm on the younger side. So I think that's more in my head. But
Yeah, that's totally.
so that's why I'm like, like, do they take me serious? So like, and yeah, I mean, I just start doubting myself,
Right.
that's the truth.
And I appreciate the honesty. So I'm going to make a couple recommendations, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start like really computing or compiling these things so we can really dive in. I mean, because a lot of people took a year off of doing open houses and then kind of got back into it. Some people are new. Some people, that's how they've drove their business. So I want to look at how can we take some of the people that are really good at it, some people that might be struggling in it, and the people that have like that's always been a consistent for them. So I want to like compile some information. So my advice to you, Rebecca, is I want you to go to a Toastmasters meeting. And it's crazy to say this, but a Toastmasters meeting is a public speaking event. You walk into that, and what you are doing is you have to do speeches on the fly. You have to have topics on the fly, and you have to walk into a room and you have to connect with the room on the fly. There's also a book I want you to read or get or listen to. It's called The Exceptional Presenter. I think his name is like Tim, I forgot his name, but anyways, The Exceptional Presenter. It's going to show you how to enter scenes, how to talk, how to spark conversations. There's also a book that is called What to Say. And I think I'll actually give you the copy of the book. But in different scenarios, because I remember doing open houses early on, it was just like, I don't want them to look at me and be like, yeah, no, we're not interested, right? Like, I want them to feel warm. I want them to feel comfortable, but there's always going to be a little bit of that awkwardness. And then what you do is that you kind of just resort to be like, okay, well, I just won't say nothing and just have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. Here's a business card. If you ever need anything, call me. fuck. And you tell yourself as soon as they leave, like, damn it, I didn't even take a shot at it. So highly, highly recommend that you get the exceptional presenter in.
You cut off.
Practices and things like that. So
yeah. And then also when they always say I have like instantly they say I have an agent. So, they put their information down and it's like, do I follow up from there? Do I still follow up? Do I still say what's up? Is it disrespectful? Do I want to be rude to the other agent?
So you need to clarify that see if that's an objection or if that's an excuse, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing. A lot of times that shit's smoke. They tell you, oh, we have an agent. Why? So you back off of them and then you don't try to sell, right? Oh my God, that's amazing. Don't tell
your sound is like choppy.
Oh, it is? Oh shit.
You cut out for like 20 seconds.
How about now? Am I good?
You're good. It's a little, but it's a little.
It's a little. Well, I'm gonna let Ernesto hop in really quick. He had a comment, so I'm gonna have Ernesto hop in really quick.
Elias, I'm in Lowe's. I do want to come back to Rebecca's point, but I'll circle back after I pay. Sorry.
Okay, cool. All right, so Rebecca, just do a quick mic check. How are we now?
You're good.
Okay. If it gets choppy because I'm at a friend's house jacking their internet, just let me know. So I don't know where I was at in my thoughts, but let me go back to that.
And it's such a common thing. I feel like it's a constant wall that I'm hitting. So it's frustrating because but it's a matter of practicing.
And I think a lot of it is like self-limiting beliefs because
yeah.
I think that you have incredible communication skills. But back to the agent thing. So, oh my God, who's your agent? I might know them, right? And part of the largest team in the Bay Area. And that will call their bluff right then. And if not, like, all right, well, cool. If you ever have any questions, if you ever need additional support, I'd love to be able to send you listings or send them to your agent, right? So it's just having that communication with them. And it's like, hey, if I found a great property that hit the same price point, would you want me to send it to you or send it to your agent? Because you're going to call their bluff. Sometimes they just say that they're working with an agent and they really don't have somebody. But if they do, respect that and then just move forward. Right. So a lot of the times it's smoke. But I appreciate you being honest and, stepping up and having this conversation. Let's go over to Zyra. Zyra, you there? All right, we'll come back to Zyra. We'll go to Amy P. Amy P, you there? All right, Josue, are you there? Hence why I want you guys' camera on because I don't want to be shooting blindly here. All right, Josue, Amy, Zyra, any of you guys available?
Hi, Elias. So sorry, I was driving.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So I want to ask you this question, Amy, and this is going to be an introspective question. I want to ask you right now, what is your biggest challenge that you face and biggest distraction that you face?
Sorry, Elias. I have to go. I can't talk right now.
Okay.
Sorry.
Elias, it's Ernesto. Can you hear me?
I can, loud and clear, brother.
Awesome. Okay. I'm in a Lowe's. This is awkward. Rebecca, I'm going to address your maybe mental block because I completely identify with it and I'm not preaching at you or anybody else on this call because I'm just as new and I'm just as fresh as many of us on this call. I'll share something with you that really, really helps me. I think about someone like, to your point, Christina. Everybody admires Christina's swag. I believe that Christina believes that she can help anybody. Like they're not at their open house because they just want to tour. Like she, in her core, believes that she could add value and help other people and solve their problems. And so I resonate with the same thing sometimes, right? And a resource that has really, really helped me recently, and I can link you the podcast. There's a coach and his name is Jason Dries, and he talks a lot about alignment. And I think a lot of agents, honestly, are out of alignment. And what that means is that we don't really know that we want to do this. And so there's really three circles or three rings to his whole methodology. Like there's action, there's mindset, and there's alignment. Action is we can show up to the office and we can make the calls and we can send out the mailers, and we'll be exhausted at the end because we can take the action and we don't like it. Then there's mindset, where we can psych ourselves up and we can tell ourselves, oh, I got this, I can do this, I think that if I do the right things, I can be successful. That's like the second layer of it. The third layer of it, and that's like where people like, again, I look up to Christina in this way, like they wake up and they already are a badass fucking realtor, and they can help anybody, and they are just as qualified and capable in going into a listing appointment and competing against any other agent. So I would really maybe ask yourself if you're in, for lack of a better word, alignment with like, who you are as a realtor. And what your identity is as a realtor. And I know that sounds really, really fucking woo-woo, and I can't believe that like I'm sharing this on a call with you guys, but it has really, really helped me. And I believe that I don't care how long other people have been in this industry, and I don't care how big Team Fast gets. I believe in my mind that I'm one of the top 10 agents on the scene, and that's just how I'm going to live my life. This project that I'm working on right now is eating up a lot of my time, and I can't wait for it to be over. But in my core, I know, and I believe, and I choose to believe, that's like an important word, I choose to believe that I'm just as deserving, capable, talented as anybody else. And so anyway, that is something that has helped me, and maybe that will help you.
Yeah, I love that.
Thank you, Nerso.
Good to have you back on the calls, bro. And I think too, like, it's not that Christina has all the answers, and there's things that Christina will admit to that she's not really good at. She's not that organized, she doesn't have the best systems in place, but she just truly believes that she can serve and help anybody out there. And she does that. She does it really, really well. So appreciate you saying that, because I think that you hit it spot on. Michael Swanson, I'm gonna head over to you. Right now in your life, what do you feel your biggest distraction is?
My biggest distraction, right now, probably football, but that's only on a few days a week.
Okay. All right.
Honestly, I feel like I'm pretty focused right now.
Good.
Kids and family, that's not really a distraction, but that's probably, what I spend most of my time on outside of trying to, make my business better. But I feel like I'm pretty focused.
Good. I love this, man. I love it. And it's like, I'm glad you said that kids and your household are not a distraction. That's part of your life. That's part of your responsibility, right? It's like, I can't blame myself for not being busy because I have a son that I took to daycare and he went to daycare for 7 hours. I can't blame that, right? It doesn't really make sense. So let me ask you a question. Knowing that you have no distractions, knowing that you're clear, declare right now, what are your clear goals for 2022? What will you accomplish? What are your income goals? What are you going to accomplish in 2022? Let's hear it from you.
So right now, and I have them in a spreadsheet, but right now my goal is 15 transactions. I think that came out to like 165K in commission. So those are my goals right now. I even put them out in C-suite for my 2022 goals. So.
Beautiful. Does it sound like Michael kind of has an idea of where he's heading in 2022? Right. So I love this. I love this. And other than distractions, let me ask you this. What do you think as a real estate agent, as a business professional, what is your main challenge right now? It's obviously not the family, it's not distractions, but what is the main challenge that you face right now?
Kind of like Rebecca said, just get myself out there, like just letting everybody know what I do, and just consistently having leads and having people to show properties to. Right now I'm like one off. I have a lead here, I have a client here, but I want to be able to just get just consistently have business.
Totally. I love it. Rebecca, Michael, Ernesto, everyone that just spoke, I'm going to share something with you. I get 100% socially awkward. 100% socially awkward. And I know you guys see me as this outgoing person. I feel like I communicate very effectively, but I get socially awkward. But you have to do is you have to get yourself into a rhythm, right? When you go to open house, high Hi, folks. How are you? Well, God damn it, fuck that one up. All right, let me go again. Hi, folks. Welcome. How are you? Good to see you guys. Show yourself around. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to be right here. Right? Okay, that one felt good. All right, the next one. Hey, guys, welcome. Oh, my God, the kids are so cute. How you doing? Love that shirt. Oh, my God, it's flannel season, sweater weather. Good to see you. Make yourself at home. Then you start hitting your stride, right? So it's like this cadence and this rhythm you start to hit. But if I sit back like at a networking party and I'm like, oh, let me just go sit next to the people that I know because they're cool and I can connect with them. Now I got to go out and start finding my rhythm. It's hard. It's hard. So you'll find your rhythm the more you do it. But if you're like, and then you don't say anything to anybody, it happens. Trust me. I get socially awkward, but then once I find my rhythm, I feel like I'm fucking on. I feel like I'm on. And you guys all know that. No matter what stage of the game you're on, whether it's 20 years, 15 years, brand new in this business, when you're on, you can feel it. You're like, ooh, like nobody can mess with me today because I am on the phones, on your videos, when you're in person, like you just know when you're on. So it takes a little time to get that train moving down the tracks. But once you start having momentum, it's like, you can't really stop me. Can't really stop me. So I get socially awkward too. I understand that. And so I appreciate you guys saying this. So let's continue on. Zaira, you're here. Good to have you. I'm going to hit you with a question right now, and maybe we'll get more clear on this on our session today. So Zaira, do you know how you will spend your day for next week? Do you know how you'll spend your time each day for next week? Has your calendar ready, or is it built? Do you understand how you're going to spend your time each day next week?
Okay, I don't have it written down on my schedule yet, but it's because I just had a conversation with someone yesterday. But yes, I do know. Since I'm just starting up, and I know there's like Kaleem is new or gonna be new. So this is very good information that I never thought of, was even if you don't have clients yet, just act like you do. So schedule showings, go by yourself, just go look around. You could also use it to post on social media and stuff. Go back home, pull comps, and then pull disclosures, just so I can get like in the feel of it, because I feel like I've been doing a lot of nothing, if I'm being honest. So that's how I'm starting. I don't know. I think that was like kind of like just broken down, and I feel like I'm just making things more complicated than they have to be. But I think it really just broke it down to what I need to be doing and what I could be using, how I could be using my time wisely.
Love it. Love it. What do you think your biggest challenges that you face right now?
Time management.
Cool. So we're going to talk a lot about that today during our time.
Okay.
Just to really look at your schedule, to really break down the things that you should be doing, highest and best use of my time. What are the things that only I can do? What are the things that I could delegate to others? And that way you're clear on every day how you're going to open up your business, right? My business opens every single day at 7 a.m. It closes down at 6 p.m. I need to know exactly what I'm going to be doing with all of my time. I am a super, super disciplined schedule type of dude, but I wasn't always that. I had to grow and develop into that. So we'll work really, really close on getting through that part of your business. So good stuff. Josue, so I'll come back to you in just a second, Sylvia. So Josue, you are having, is this your best year you've ever had in real estate?
Yes.
So let's give him a giant round of applause. Congratulations, my man. Think about this. Let's just be, totally transparent. So Josue lives in Fresno and sells real estate in the Bay Area. Like, think about the time on the road and like the loss of sleep, time away from his family, and he's making it happen, and had the best year he's ever had in business. So Josue, when you're looking at 2022, what do you think the biggest challenges are going to be for you, and how do you take your business to the next level? So let's have this conversation.
I think it will be also time management. I'm still having problems with it, and just be able to get organized on my on my time when I'm in my office. Is a little crazy because I get distracted, and maybe because I'm in my home office, but it's been a big challenge for me right now.
So Josue, let me ask you a question. What distracts you? What's your biggest distraction?
Social media.
Okay. All right. Now, is it the distraction because you're consuming or you're creating?
More consuming, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you need to look at your insights on your Instagram, and you need to look at your Instagram and you need to see how much time you spend on Instagram each week, right? Take a Monday through Sunday. Like, okay, through this time, I spend an average of 2 hours and 30 minutes every single day on Instagram. Then I want you to look back at the content you've posted and what you've created and said, damn, that's it. I'm a consumer, I'm not a creator. So then you need to say, okay, how can I take a half an hour of that time, 45 minutes of that time, and sit and create the things that I'm watching for other people to watch? Because no matter if you have 200 followers or if you have 10,000 followers, somebody thinks you're fucking interesting. Somebody thinks you're interesting, or else they wouldn't follow you. They wouldn't watch your stories. If you look at your stories, like, oh, cool, 50 people watched my story today, right? Somebody thinks you're cool. Somebody thinks that you're interesting. So just like you're watching other people's stuff and their reels and their content, you have to allocate some of your time to do just that, right? Do just that. Because man, I've seen your videos. I've seen your professionally shot videos. This stuff is great, but it doesn't always have to be that, right? So look at your insights on Instagram and see how much time you actually spend each day, and then be like, damn, I'm spending a lot of time just scrolling and scrolling. Or when you're in the office and you're prospecting, be it like, there's some non-negotiable time. I'm not going to pick up that phone. I'm going to put it way over there. So I'm not even scrolling. I'm not doing anything. I'm just focused, head down, doing my admin work or whatever it is I need to work on. So your biggest distraction right now is social media. All right, so you guys, I want to give you some quick insight really quick. So Josue lives in Fresno. Right now, he's sold over $6 million in volume this year, and only one of his deals is in Fresno. Check it out. He has a pending one in Concord for 1.1 million. Hayward, Vallejo, Antioch, Oakley, Pittsburgh, Brentwood, and only one Fresno deal for $457,000. Talk about hustle, right? Talk about hustle and doing whatever it takes. So Josue, we just brought on a person in Fresno that they're new. They could probably use some help. You could probably leverage that person to help you with showings, help you with some local marketing to really expand your own reach. So I'm going to make sure to connect you with that person once they get onboarded. But Josue, what other challenges are you facing right now?
Maybe a little more confident on myself, man. It's been a little challenge to, just be able to feel confident talking with people, especially listings, because I want to focus more on listings. I was talking with an agent, not part of the team, but another agent, and I kind of share that I want to be a listing agent, and he mentioned that, oh man, you got to be a buyer's agent first so you can get clients. And I'm like, you know what? Let me try. And the last 3 months, I think I got like 3 listings, and I feel like none of them asked my experience, and I'm like, I think it's doable. I think I can be a listing agent.
You know what? But you are. I mean, 3 listings in a couple months, you are. It's not like I hope to be, you are. You could walk into a room and understand the comps, the data, the flow, the energy, that know how to connect with people. That's all it takes. You'll get more experience. You'll learn the nuances. You'll learn construction and flooring and what that costs and cabinetry and all those things. You'll learn that by doing. But if you walk into a listing appointment with tremendous level of confidence, you are prepared, you have a marketing timeline, and you have everything laid out, why would someone question you? God, Ernesto, Beverly, Kaleem, sounds like you really, really have your stuff together. You know why? Because you practice, you prepared, and you're ready, right? You're ready, man. So it's not about, I want to be a listing agent. You're a well-rounded real estate agent now. You're going to perfect those skills and continue to get better and continue to get better. But hey, man, you've had an amazing year. And now let's get you to 15, 20 deals in this next year. And let's have 40% of those be listings. And let's have, 60% of those be listings and 40% of those be buyers. So Josue, great job this year, man. Seriously. And
yeah, my goal is 20 deals this year. This is my first year as a real estate agent. I did, I think it's 12 deals. So I wanna get in 20 this year.
You guys, if that is not motivation, seeing how much he's driving, how much he's on the road, you guys like take a you know, a page out of his book and really like look at what he's done. So Josue, really great job. Let's go over to Jaya. Jaya, are you there?
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how's it going?
What's up? What's up? So I want to ask you a question. Once again, this is going to, actually, let me come back to you, Jaya. I'm sorry, Sylvia had a
No.
question. Sylvia, let me go to you really quick. I apologize, Jaya. Sylvia, let's go over to you.
I just wanted to make a suggestion.
Yeah.
If you don't have any clients, and after COVID kind of changed things up, but I think we're getting back to it. But if you don't have any clients, look in your area, look on your MLS in your area and see what days the brokers tours are being held. And then just go around to, look at the homes you want to look at, and just go around to the different homes. What you're doing is you're checking out the inventory, you're getting a chance to meet other agents, you're networking because you also usually leave your business card there, and they usually leave the cards in the house. I'm sure if you have shown houses, you've seen cards in the house. So then that way your card is out there also. And it's just like, I don't know, you can just kind of feel the energy. And sometimes after you've done that, it's happened to me more than once, you'll get a client. Somebody will call you and then you'll be like, oh, I just saw a house that, might fit your needs. And I've actually gone to a broker's tour, seen a house, call a client who really wasn't looking for something. He was an investor client. I just called him up and told him he bought it. So, I mean, and that was just because that day I decided to go to the broker's tour. So that's something that you can do. Just to get out there and to be in the mix.
Yeah, and Zaira, you could do multiple different broker tours throughout the week in different counties. You can do Contra Costa, you can go and see baller ass houses in Danville and Blackhawk and Alamo. You can go out to Oakland, a broker tour. You can go out to Berkeley, right? You can really just put yourself out there, and then you're documenting, hey guys, just checked out this house in Berkeley. It's listed at 1.3 million. It's probably one of the most beautiful craftsmen that I've ever seen. It's listed at X amount. Based on the comps over the last 6 months, this house will probably sell right around 1.6, 1.7. Totally. If you have any questions, you want to know more about what's on the market and what just hit the market, hit me up. I'd love to provide you some information, right? And it's not that you have all that, but you went out, you did your research, you cataloged your inventory, and now you have conversation pieces that you can have with anybody, right? Oh my God, you guys, I just saw one of the most beautiful turn of the century craftsmen in the heart of Oakland, just hit the market at 965,000. This house will not last long. It's only been on the market for 4 days. If you want to know about it, where it is, I'd love to be able to set up a personal tour for you. So if you're looking in the Oakland market for a 4-bedroom, 2-bath that's listed under $1 million currently, hit me up. I'd love to be able to tell you more about that. And I just went to someone else's listing. Now I'm spreading the information about it. I'm not listing an address. I'm not listing a picture. I'm just saying, hey guys, if you want to know about this turn of the century 3-bedroom, 2-bath that's listed under $1 million in this area, call me, connect, and I have tons of information about inventory that just hit the market. That shit's fire. That shit will get people looking and like, wow, she knows her inventory. So let's go back over to Jaya. Jaya, sorry. So Jaya, right now, I'm going to ask you a tough question. What is a story that you've sold yourself on that may not be true? What's a story that you've sold yourself on that may not be true about who you are, about what you can do, what you cannot do? What is a story that you have sold yourself that that may not be true?
Oh, you're gonna put it out like that, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on you like that this morning.
All right. So I guess it's time for the truth bomb.
Yeah. Introspective. I told you guys.
So I actually retired out of the fire department 4 years ago with PTSD, and it was the hardest thing in my entire life that I ever went through. And I always wondered if I actually had what it took to be able to recover from it, because a lot of people can't recover fully from PTSD. And we invested everything we had. We didn't have any, I didn't qualify for workers' comp. I didn't qualify for unemployment. I didn't qualify for disability. So we went from my almost 100 grand salary to nothing overnight unexpectedly. And we decided to take $10,000 and invest it in my healing. And it obviously paid off because I'm now doing real estate and I'm loving it and I'm growing. But one of the biggest things was trying to redefine the fact that I'm no longer a firefighter. I mean, I am to the heart and I always will be in the past, but to me, the title was respectable and caring, and you could count on you to take care of your family. And you could just be honest, right? So when I lost my title, I thought that that got stripped away from me. So it took the first year and a half, 2 years to like really realize that that's not true. Those are the aspects of my core. And the title was just a quick little sum up. And those seeds that get planted, one of them was that I wasn't going to make it, right? And I kind of told myself that I wouldn't actually be able to excel to the level I'm already at. And the progressive direction I'm going is just excelling exponentially. And I'm already healthier, stronger, more successful than I ever could have imagined when I retired. And all I see is up. And this last week, 2 weeks, I had that moment where I realized that exact thing, that the story that I've been telling myself, that I wasn't good enough, I didn't make it. It was because of my lack of ability that I retired out, not because of all the crap I saw and the fact that I was lucky enough to have people that recognized it. And that's a stigma that we're still trying to fix, right? So when I first got told, I said, I don't have that. That's for Marines. That's for Army. That's you don't get that in the fire department. You don't get that in cops. Like, we don't get that. And so that when I told you last week or 2 weeks ago that I was going to make $1 million next year, and I mean $1 million flowing through my hands, not in my pocket. And I'm lucky enough to have that store that is going to really help with that. But I don't see how it's not going to happen. Like, there's no option for failure. And to have that revelation that nothing will stand in the way, and that is what's going to happen this next year, is extremely humbling.
Wow. Like you guys, can we show Jaya some love? Like, give some reaction, give a round of applause. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I didn't know this, and crazy that out of all the people on the call, I go to Jaya and she just hits this with this fucking emotional bomb. Like, Jaya, like first things first, like, thank you for the vulnerability and thank you for letting us in. The fact that she spent 10 G's on making sure that her mind, body, and soul were all connected and aligned. Jaya, this is such a beautiful story, and I think that you'd be remiss not to put this on some type of video. What I mean by that, it's like, this is what I learned as a firefighter, and the disciplines that I learned, and the core of who I am now as a human being from what I learned as a firefighter, and how those principles are part of who I am as my core values, and how those core values are going to help me serve my community now as a real estate agent. Like, making that correlation, like, I literally have chills even talking about it. Like, the disciplines and your core values that you've learned from being a real estate or from a firefighter are going to go over just as, and they're going to play so well into you being a real estate agent. And they are, because it's part of who you are as a human being. And like, Jaya, I'm fucking moved. I didn't know any of this. And so I really, really appreciate you sharing. Does anybody want to comment on anything Jaya just said? Because I think this was super, super powerful. Anybody want to say anything?
I will.
Please.
think I love that, because it's always, you never know what someone has been through, and I say this all the time, you don't know what's going on in someone's mind. Someone could be like all giddy and happy, but like inside, you're not, like, you're struggling and mentally. And I can't stress enough how much really taking care of your mental health is so important, especially even though I'm just starting. I can already tell everyone, like the real estate agents, they go through a lot. you know, and I don't think it's told and it's talked about enough. People see all the good side on social media and on TV, you know, and when you said that being a firefighter, you know, even though you're not a firefighter anymore, you're a real estate agent, but you're still helping families. You're still caring, you're still helping, and you're still putting others people's needs not before yours, but you're still caring about those people. So it's very humbling to hear your story and just what you said.
Yeah, I mean, Jaya, I appreciate you taking that question, but really think about it as you're building your brand. One of the most important things to do when you're building a story brand, and you're building your own individual brand, is that you need to be clear with what your core values are, right? You need to be clear with what your disciplines are and your standards for your own business. And Jaya, I think that it is glaring right now what those are for you and what they have been for many years. So looking forward to seeing you reach that million, help and supporting your goals. And I really, really appreciate you just tapping into the emotional side of our coaching call today. So thank you. Appreciate you. Jordan, I'm going to go over to you. I want to ask you, Jordan, now that we are 3 weeks away from the new year, are you crystal clear on what your goals for 2022 are going to be?
How am I going to follow that? That's not fair, Elias.
That's why I didn't ask you an emotional question. I could have gone with the emotional side of it.
You could have hit me with that site question and you didn't. I appreciate that about you. That's good looking out, bud. Yeah, I sat down. So I've still been attending a lot of the EXP. I'm on a call. I'm sorry. I have the world's worst dogs. I've been attending a lot of the EXP calls and stuff. And so I'm going to say the wrong day. I think it's every Monday at 11, we have the California Ascend training for new California agents. And this past week, they had posted in some slides from Canva for how to build your business plan. And it was from 2021, but they were like, remap this for 2022. So I took the time out to do that. So yeah, I feel like going into 2022, I actually do have like a more finely tuned like idea of like, these are the activities that I need to be doing. I think most people would agree that when you come in, you just are so overwhelmed with like, there's all these things that I have to be doing. There's all these tools that I have to like figure out the buttonology for, and there's all these like processes that I have to become comfortable with. And I've just been trying to find my groove of which of these tools are offered to me, but maybe like don't work for me, which of them do work for me and that I need to like get more comfortable with, and taking the time to just sit down and map out and decide like, this is how many houses I need to sell in order to like, or not sell, but these are how many transactions I need to be a part of next year in order to survive. And this is my goal in order to be like successful. Like these are my figuring all those things out, and then figuring out like, what kind of like business am I going to have? Like, what kind of branding am I going to do for myself and for my business, in addition to like what I do as a part of like the team that I'm on. Yeah, I feel like I know where I'm going, and that is kind of surprising to me because I really mostly have just wung it most of my life.
I love it. You know, so just food for thought. Industry standards state that it takes 40 conversations to get one person into contract. So it's like, okay, when we think about our strategic marketing plan, my SOI, my farm, my social media campaign, my community involvement, and my company generated leads, I break it down into 5 buckets. Well, if I understand what my strategic marketing plan is in each of those, and if I understand that based on my efforts, how much time I need to spend in order to get to these 40 conversations, it'll give me an idea of how I can forecast. The way that you do this, and I think that once again, I'd be remiss not to mention it, is the way that you do this is in CSU. The way that you look at how you're tracking your production, how you're tracking the things that you do and the conversations that you're having in order for you to reach that big goal. Like Michael Swanson said, he put his goals into CSU. You guys, we're going to lean heavily on this. Challenges are going to be in here, spiffs, programs, all these different things to manage your business. So I'll tell you this, Zyra, if you don't know how you're spending your time right now, then go into CSU and start tracking. Then you can look back and be like, all right, Elias, this is what I did with my week. This is how I spent my time. And this is what is a result of all the time, effort, and energy that I put into it. But if you don't track, you can't measure. If you don't measure, you can't grow, and you don't know where your business is lacking or where it's thriving. So you need to have a clear understanding of where you're going. Now, that course might change along the way. That's okay, right? But you at least have to have something that's pulling you. You have to know where you're going. Our goal next year, and without a shadow of a doubt, $2 billion in production, 600 agents. $2 billion in production, 600 agents, right? We've created 3 new positions in the last couple of weeks that didn't exist 6 months ago. We have a lead scientist that's going to help us with all of our data and look at all of our leads in a different way. We have a new head of head of education and mentorship in Cynthia. We have a new director of agent development. They're starting January 1st. I'm getting my a sales administration assistant to help me with coaching and different topics. I'm going to be doing type forms for this company so I can understand on the masses, what are the things that we need? How do I group people together? What are the categories where we need to really focus on? So I'm really thinking about this in a different way. In my mind, I want to be the president of Fast Real Estate. But that's kind of my title now, but I don't have the title. I don't give a shit. I act as if, right? I act as if, because I know that one day that I'll get to be able to be called the president of the company. So I already know exactly where I'm going, where we're going, what our challenges are. We had a leadership retreat the other day. We spent 8 hours unpacking everything. So just as you guys are looking at your business, it's not that I'm asking you to look at your business long-term and forecast and really plan. We are doing the same as a business and as business leaders. You guys are the corporation of yourself. You need to run it and operate it as your own corporation. We'll be here as the fuel to help support your goals, your dreams, and your vision. But at the end of the day, you have to be clear on how you're spending your time, effort, energy. This is your business, yours. We're just here for the support and ideas and to help you along the way, and maybe have a checkup from the neck up and possible kick in the ass once in a while. That's why we're here. But at the end of the day, you guys have to truly take ownership, because I'll venture to guess that most of you have never been business owners before, right? A lot of you have never been a business owner. Well, now you get this license that allows you to be a business owner and handle somebody's largest investment in their life. And you're trying to do that haphazardly without a plan. That doesn't serve you, and it doesn't serve the consumer, right? They're relying on you. I'm going to spend $1 million and I'm going to drain my bank account, everything that me and my wife and my family have saved over the last 5 years. And I'm going to give that to you, Zyra. Help us, right? Well, they need to know that they're working with somebody that has a plan, that is clear, that has an understanding about where they're going personally and professionally. So you guys, everything comes full circle. Everything. Make sure that you guys are tracking. I don't want to say Sisu just to say it. I promise you guys, everything that we're going to be doing, how you track your commission, how you look at where you're going, how much time you spend on your business, everything is going to be in Sisu. Everything, right? You guys will have a dashboard in a quick instant. You'll be able to pull it up and be like, damn, I've crushed my year. Or dang, I'm 1 month behind. I'm 2 transactions behind. My GCI is 1 deal away from me getting a 5% bump. If I was to get a 5% bump on these deals, how much more money would that be, right? You guys need to be able to look at it and be like, I'll be able to call you and be like, hey, Zyra, you are 1 deal away from hitting that next level in your commission. Where's that deal coming from? If you knew you were going to make a 5% bump and you can track it and you can look at it daily, you'll probably be more motivated to make the calls. Because you're like, damn, all I need is 1 more? Shit, okay, let me get on it. Let me find somebody, right? Like I said on Monday, there's 3 ways to go about this business. You guys can pay for the business, you guys can wait for the business, or you can simply make it happen, right? You can simply make it happen. You don't have to have all the answers. But what you have to do is you have to have the intestinal fortitude to go out and just make some fucking connections with people. Hi, how are you? Oh my God, what do you do? Oh my God, I'm in real estate. Let's do lunch, let's talk, let's rap. Hey guys, just want to create a quick video, tell you about what I'm doing. I want to talk to you about the perils that I'm facing. I want to talk to you about the successes I'm. Oh my God, I've never knew what a sewer lateral is. Check this out, right? Just start documenting everything that you possibly can. And I promise you, your opportunities will come up as more visible that you are and the more that you're speaking about everything. So you guys, I'm moved today. I don't come to these sessions for inspiration, but I leave here with inspiration. And I'm inspired to be even better for myself and for you guys and for my family. So let's do this. We're gonna go full circle. We're gonna go around the room. We're gonna hear a couple quick takeaways before we head out for this beautiful day. Kaleem, I'm gonna head over to you, brother. What are some key takeaways from today's session?
I feel like some key takeaways from today's session is definitely just having that mental strength to just know that you're comfortable in your profession and that you can go out and help a lot of people.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Let's go to Nicole Capel. Nicole Capel, good to see you. Good to hear the baby's voice. Nicole Capel, what were some key takeaways from you in today's session? All right, going once. I know that she was dealing with baby. Going twice. Let's go over to Nicole Penland. Nicole Penland, key takeaways from today's session.
Just getting ready, getting tuned up for the new year and making sure I have all of my goals in place. I've been doing some additional education to help equip me for the new year as well.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. So you guys, when you set a goal for yourself, like there is no way in my mind, like there's no room for doubt. There is none. I have no time, effort, energy, and don't come at me with that bullshit. Like I have no room for doubt in my life and in my business. I am 100% convicted on my goals and what me and Kenny are seeking to do in 2022. Like move, get out of my way. Like nothing can stop me. That's the level of excitement and energy that I feel. You guys should have that same effort and energy and be like, you know what? There is nothing standing in my, I have no time for doubt, nothing. I will make it happen, rain, snow, or shine. I'm gonna have my best year I've ever had in real estate. You guys, there's over 40 agents on the team, your brothers and sisters, this year alone that have sold over $8 million in production. I can go on and list people that have sold more real estate in this year alone than they've ever sold in their entire career. There's agents that have done 45, 50 deals and they haven't even been in this game for 3 years. 40 to 50 deals. There's someone on the team that did $31 million in production, Jen Oak, and she hasn't even been in this game 3 years. $31 million. She went from 14 and a half a year, 20 million in a year that was a pandemic, to now being at $31 million in less than 3 years in production. It's crazy, guys. It's absolutely crazy. Let's go to get 2 more takeaways and then we'll go ahead and wrap up the day. Panise, are you there? Jesse, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, Panise, hit me. What were your key takeaways from today's session?
Well, it definitely was very motivational. Like,
we lost you, Panise. Okay, all right, cool. We are moving on. Let's have somebody wrap this up full circle. Jesse, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, bro. Takeaways from today's session.
Well, for me, I think my biggest takeaway today is really just the urgency and just actually, establishing the goal and just working towards it, and just really believing and having that belief that as long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing and working, then it's going to come. If I'm talking to 40 people my goal is 40 people a week, I should be at least having, a couple prospects for deals within that week. So that's pretty much my goal moving forward.
So you guys need to ask yourself this. Will you be proud of yesterday? Right? Like when you wake up tomorrow, when you think about what you accomplished today, will you be proud of yesterday? Ask yourself that, right? Did I win the day? Like, we don't have to think about this too far out. Just ask yourself, did I win the day today? Like, I made X amount of calls, or I did X amount, or I nailed that open house, or I created some cool video. Like, did I win the day? And am I super proud of my yesterday? Cool, I'm gonna move on, right? Win the day, you guys, win your day. If you're not on Sisu, track, you guys, track. Like, you should be able to look back at your calendar and know exactly how you guys spent your entire week, right? It's Friday, you guys. This has been the week. Everything in red is mine. Everything yellow is group. So you guys, you have an ability to really look back at everything. It's recruiting, it's coaching, it's development, it's leadership, it's all these things. But but I could not be able to do this if I didn't have it in my schedule. I wouldn't be able to do it. So get focused, track on Sisu, win the day. If you need anything, I'm here for support. Zyra, I'll see you at 10:30. And then if you guys need anything in the meantime, feel free to hit me up. Peace, have a wonderful weekend, and go out there and own it. Bye, you guys.